that's what being a human is, dog. It's a constant battle throughout our lives.
Right.
Like on morality. Now, I think the only thing that we could probably shoot for is that we have more genuine and caring and loving thoughts and deeds and acts than we have bad ones. Hopefully, if you were stealing candy bars when you were 7, hopefully you're still not stealing them.
You might be.
You know,
But what you said earlier, it's a constant battle.
exactly.
It's constant. That means all the time. You know, like, so racism doesn't exist anymore. What do you mean? You had a black president. You know, what do you mean you have black people graduating with, you know, masters and doctors? They're able to, you know, what do you mean there isn't inequality in America? What do you mean people are holding?
Understand that
White people really think that black people are being held back. Like, they really feel like we think that we, you know, if we were to interview, you know, somebody who was conservative and not black, they would probably say, I mean, like hard conservative, they would probably say that I feel most, you know, people who are minorities are just lazy, you know, but there's not a quote unquote, you know, big white man holding you down. That's the number one argument. It's like there's nobody holding you back from doing the things that you want to do.
Okay, and that's man, we opening up a whole fucking.
But that's the argument. That's the argument that we hear. Even the people that are against us protesting. Why are they against us protesting? Yeah. Because they feel like you don't have anything to protest about. Yeah. Like, why are you taking a knee disrespecting my flag that my granddad died for in World War II? Why? Who gives you the right to do that? Because you talking about you oppressed? I don't see you being oppressed.
What people define, like how, you know, I guess the group of white people that believe that type of shit, like, have come to that conclusion. Because it's not based on logic to me. Like, racism is not just, I really don't know. I just don't think that Barack Obama being president means there's no more racism. Because racism is obviously a system of, you know, and that's created, what is it? That's unsavory fucking circumstances.
It's created with the intention of looking at a certain demographic as if they are not on your level, you know? So
that's how I think they look at it.
Yeah.
But for like for me, like,
the people that created it looked at it that way, and the people that believe in it feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, they, you know, it's like programmed in you. You know, like it's programmed in you through a lot of different things. You know, like, and we're trying to break the programming. So you have people like, dog, the nigga that wrote The Matrix, somebody need to go fucking tap that nigga phone, dog, because that nigga was on to some shit with that shit. Like, that's the real world, bro. Like, people are plugged in to a certain program, you know, or a certain look of things, and it's flawed. Like, it's flawed. It's not built on, you know, morality. It's not built on morality at all. And then the people who are being affected by that want to break. They want to break out of that shit. But just from us wanting to break, we're looked at criminally. You know, like, we're looked at like, nigga, you fucking, what the fuck, nigga? Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't fucking break this shit. But it's like, nigga, if you were in my shoes, you would be doing the same thing.
What you just said is fucking gold.
It's the truth.
No, God, man. But I'm gonna flip it though. You're saying, like, if you were on the shit end of the stick,
yeah,
you would be doing the same thing. But for us, you know, because there was a time when we was fucking running the planet. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and we did the same thing to them. And a lot of people don't know history to the point where they understand that. You know, and looking at it through my lens, it's almost like payback, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially, and it's funny how, like, the way they designed this, bro, the way this shit was put together, like,
yeah, it was by far, mastermind.
By far, I don't know, like, what kind of drugs they were taking or what kind of fucking
UFO
sightings they saw. I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. But to be completely honest with you, like they have us, like they call us minorities. You know what I'm saying?
That alone is...
There's more people on the planet with melanin in their skin, you know what I'm saying, than people without. You know what I mean? Like, just man, I brought this up before. Like, there's a doctor called by the name of Frances Cress Welsing. It's a woman, professor, and I think she did like a dissertation on. She did a lot of research on work in the idea that white supremacy is based on genetics, because it's a proven fact that to not have melanin in your skin, i.e. being a white person, is a recessive trait. Now you know this because if you take any person of, a different color and you mix them with black, they're gonna come out with melanin in their skin. They may be fair skinned, you know what I mean? But if you mix black with it, you know what I mean, it's no longer white. It's no longer non-melanated. So the idea is based on her, this is her explanation of it, but it's just fucking great to me. We have to figure out a way for us to continue to thrive and exist on this planet, because we have this recessive trait that makes us look different.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you go over there down the street with Ricky and them, and you know what I'm saying, like you gonna come back and we're gonna have some little brown babies. No, fuck that. You know what I mean? You're lessening our numbers, so we have to continue to mate with ourselves. We have to create a system that empowers us and keeps us empowered, because based on if you look at it from a genetic standpoint, white people could really cease to exist on the planet
quickly
if we go and just fuck out white women,
which can be done.
People feel like they believe they have the right to be going in on Colin Kaepernick's actions.
The right. They feel like they have the right
to combat him and tear down his name in the media and
affect his career, affect his dollars, affect how he makes a living.
He have the very same right to stand on what he believes in.
It's baffling. It's baffling to me,
and that's why I find it hard to follow that shit, because the way I'm looking at it, when I see that shit, it's just like, man, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Like, I'm pretty sure like some fucking child in,
Cambodia.
Some fucking country, Indonesia or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stitch that shit together.
Yeah, some little kid is in a shop somewhere, you know what I mean?
Stitching up shirts that say Nike on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my comfort.
And for your style.
For the stylings of me.
And
you know what I'm saying? It's
for the culture.
It's crazy as fuck.
So
just so she can get a fucking bag of
fucking white rice.
You know what I'm saying?
So we can feed her a kid. It's fucked up.
It's not funny.
Y'all fucking subscribe. Houston's POV Podcast on Twitter. Houston's POV Podcast on Instagram. The live stream. We fucking live at action, nigga. It's 1 in the morning. It's 1:30 in the morning. You can see the time. We ain't here cooking. We ain't here working. Like, this is what it is. Because we feel a need of this shit. It's not. We ain't being paid. Like, this is what it is, man. We grassrooting this shit because it's a necessity.
We would like to be paid.
If you want to sponsor us, hit us up. Houston's POV Podcast at gmail.com. We are open to sponsorship. But I digress. The point that I'm making is, it's bigger than a podcast.
Absolutely.